Hello and welcome back to episode 44 of the MotoGP Career Mode. In today's episode we are off to Motegi for one of the final few rounds of the season. But first up we have a bit of Moto3 junior team to sort out. We are going to do a bit of team development. We're going to go for the engine update course. 2 weeks, unlock engine nodes and 50,000 credits. It's going to take 4 weeks, so it'll be good to get that on. So a bit better development in the engine side. We have a new team manager apparently. A++ is not good. We're going to reject you. So that's pretty much it. We don't have anything to do with the bike at the moment. So yeah, let's get on track. So once again, we are quick in practice. We are P5 at the end of FP3. Here we are in qualifying, so that means we are directly through once again to Q2 for one of the very few times this season. But it seems toward the end of the season when we've kind of announced we are leaving Aprilia to join Suzuki, the pressure's off and maybe we're riding the extra 1 or 2% better, but I'm not too sure. But here is my qualifying lap. For some reason at this round everyone was crashing all over the track. If you keep an eye on the track, you will see bikes everywhere crashing all over the place. Keep an eye up in the top left corner of the feed, you will see crashes. Every rider's crashed. Apparently Fabio Quartararo is on a Honda by the looks of the side of the screen, so the game is completely glitching out for some reason. But yeah, the pace seemed pretty decent around here for once. Obviously after coming off a historic first MotoGP victory in the previous episode at Misano, we are looking to go into this round on a high and bag some more points. See there, look, Paulus, we are just lying in the middle of the track. Don't know what is going on. And we actually are under, coming into the last sector, under by 10.5. We're on a brilliant lap. So we are challenging at the moment for pole position. The rear end is skipping down into the 90-degree corner. Alex Rins is chilling in the gravel. But we have 3 corners to go. Bagnaia has just crashed. Vinales has just crashed into victory corner. We come, out we go, and we're up to 9. We're going to be under by about 7.25. It's going to be good enough for front row. So Bagnaia on pole, Mir in second, and I scrape in third. So yeah, once again we're having a very good weekend here. Usually if the pace is good on a Friday, we are on for a good race. So it's critical now we get a good start. And I reckon Francesco Bagnaia is going to be incredibly quick during the race. So he'll be the one we'll try to follow and get a good rhythm behind him. Right, we're going to go with a hard front just so we have some good braking stability. He's gone for a soft front, Francesco Bagnaia. We're all gone for the same rear. Mir's gone with a medium front. So we're battling for the lead again today. I think it's going to be at best a podium. I don't think I'll have the pace of the 2 in front. Quick shout out to Rossi in 5th. What an unbelievable qualifying from the doctor. He really has shown some magic there, getting it onto the middle of the 2nd row for this Motegi Grand Prix. Now I will add that I don't know what my pace is like over a race. I seem to have decent 1 lap pace around here, which is usually not my strong point. Usually it's my race pace, so we'll see. But there he is just to my left, Valentino Rossi. Great to see him up the right end of the grid this weekend. Nonetheless, here we are on the grid, 5 red lights, and we are away. We get a decent start. Mir next to me gets a brilliant start. He jumps up into the lead, and we're looking like we might just sneak under Bagnaia. Can we? I can't really see where there's a crash further back. We are ahead of Bagnaia at the moment and Martin, so we're after having a very good start. We're up to 2nd. We're all on the same rear as well, so I don't understand where the where that launch came from Mir. Brilliant start from the current world champion. But already he is starting to show his hand and he is putting the hammer down. He really wants his race win. He's pulling away ever so slightly out of the first sector. Bagnaia has managed to jump back up into P3, so Jorge Martin has been passed, and I will see the same fate in the next few corners. His pace during practice seemed to be the fastest man, so I am not surprised that he is closing me down. Oh, we actually get a bit of a love tap there from him, just as I mentioned that he was fast on a track. So probably in the next few corners, maybe in here. Is he going to try it into hairpin curve? No, he's not. So he's probably going to use the horsepower of that Ducati against me down the straight. We've got a decent exit, but he's still very close. You can see we've already dropped a second out to Mir. The rear end snap sliders under heavy braking. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Dives up the inside. We're going to just leave him have it because he's too quick. And just defending him ever so slightly will slow us down, and Mir will run away with this one. So if we have any chance of battling for the win, we need to use the red Bologna rocket in front of him. You can see just the power and the speed out of the final corner. He just pulls away. It's almost enough as well for Jorge Martin to get alongside me. So the Aprilia still does lack that exit out of the corner, which is something around here you think would be critical, but it looks like this weekend we're making up our time elsewhere because we're not really quick out of the corner, but we're quick on the rest of the lap. Rossi still sitting in P6, top Yamaha for now. This will be very good for Bagnaia's championship. We are in a slight bit hot, are we? Just slightly run it wide, bit of a late exit there of the corner. That cost me a tenth or two. But yeah, it looks like Bagnaia is slowly reeling in Mir. I think I've kind of started to hang on to Mir ever so slightly. As we say that, we get on the inside curb and just touch the grass. That could have easily ended my race. Martin behind doesn't really seem to have the same pace as me. With Bagnaia in front, I look to be ever so slightly faster than him. Bagnaia gets a very deep and he gets a great exit though. It's the only thing, he just pulls away ever so slightly. I put it up to 3 for a minute or two and then back down to second as we fly down into this very tight 90-degree corner. The name really lives up to the corner itself. Rossi unfortunately has been passed. He's back to 7, so it looks like his pace is fading. And we're wide there. Martin probably will have a look. It wasn't close enough. So cross line at 45.1 is our current fastest lap. 44.6, so we're about half a second off of Bagnaia, who's edging his way onto the back of the Suzuki man in front. So good to see Suzuki are competitive, because since I've signed for them they'd looked pretty much off the boil, and I was starting to fear that maybe I'd made a small mistake of listening to my viewers' decision to ride for a Suzuki next year. But nonetheless, I do relish the challenge, and should be fun. I have contracts obviously been sent away, so I just need to be signed, and we will have a new team for the next season. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope to finish up this season. There's a crash, doesn't say who it is though. Can't see anyone on crash. On the top 9 I don't think. As I was saying, I'm trying to get this season just finished now, hopefully by the end of August if possible, and then maybe a couple of days off before we go into season 4. That will be now. So we'll probably just, I think we'll hit 50 episodes as there's a crash behind us. Martin's going inside us and he's taking out a load of riders. Nea Bastianini, Quattararo, or Nea Bastianini actually avoided him. He's up to 4th on the satellite Ducati, and Rossi's back up into 5th. So unfortunately for the rest of the riders it wasn't great, but Rossi did hold up his end of the bargain and stayed in P5. So we're here now on lap 6. The front boys have checked out. Mir and Bagnaia are pretty much on each other. I am just about keeping Enea Bastianini and the Ducati behind at bay. My pace is decent, like you can see my tower of times there, they're fairly consistent. Mid to low 45s into the 44s, the occasional lap. So we're not doing too bad. Unfortunately it's just nowhere near good enough for the win today, but it's just, again, we're on the battle for the podium, which just has been so far away from us all year. And we had the moment where this season changed was Austria. That's a track I know I'm good at. It suits my style, and I could use the strengths of the Aprilia late on the brakes and all the heavy braking zones. When I was slow there, I felt that the Aprilia was doomed, that we were never going to get any of these results. So I did jump slightly early, maybe, now that we're getting into Q2 and podiums and stuff, but I still think it's not a good enough bike. Even if I upgraded it to the max, I don't think it'd be good enough bike to get me my third world title. So the decision was made that I did need I needed a Japanese bike really, and I do believe I could have won on a KTM and a Ducati as well, but it really just is the worst bike on the grid, and it's a shame because I love the V4, I love the sound of it, and it's quite a nice bike to ride. There's nothing I don't like about it. It's just not good enough for a long championship charge. Now Enea Bastianini is just slightly dropping back from the rear wheel of my Aprilia, coming down into the 90-degree corner for the penultimate time. 1 lap remaining, and ever since Mir and Bagnaia checked out, it's been a pretty dull race. We've had decent pace over Enea Bastianini behind, and Rossi hasn't looked like he's challenged Bastianini from behind at all. So looks like we're going to probably finish in P3, but we've another lap to go yet before we can secure our third podium, and in 4 races. Can't believe I'm saying that really, that we're on for a third podium in 4 races. If you told me before we did the Silverstone that they'd on the podium with these ones this year, I probably wouldn't believe you. I might have been, well, maybe it could have been a wet race at Phillip Island where a load of the AI kept crashing or something, but on genuine pace I didn't think that I'd even get a podium this year on this Aprilia. After kind of a few races, we actually are in massively deep into turn 5. The rear end comes off the ground and completely drives us into the corner way too deep. And now we've lost all our time to Enea Bastianini, who's right on the back of me once again. So we're going to have to really dig deep here if we're going to hold this P3 for the remainder of the lap and of course the race. Only a handful of corners now left to go. Bastianini is a quarter, 3 tenths behind. Rossi and Rins look to be getting the claws into the back of him, so maybe he's having to defend them, and he's kind of leaving me escape. I'm actually very low on fuel. I just realised 0.1 over, so we're just about on target for fuel. Into the 90 corner, we're gone deep. Thankfully Rossi was showing a wheel on Bastianini, so Bastianini's focused on P4 and not pushing for the podium. Into victory corner we come, and it's going to be our 3rd podium of the year. Get in. So P3 for us, 6.3 seconds off of the win in the end, which was Mir. He showed some great pace. Another brilliant result. I'm just again so happy. One of few riders to dip down into the 44s as well. So once again, just showing a very good pace. Up to 16th place. Didn't score points. So obviously you can see there in P12. I've done from P12 basically back crashed. That puts us up to P8 in the championship. Now we're only 4 points behind the second of the Suzuki riders. And we do get jumped by Suzuki, who have 2 riders in the points. Both of our Moto 3 riders in the points once again, so solid ride for them. Next up is Thailand, so one of my least favourite tracks. A track that I might be good at just because I think the heavy braking zones and stuff like that, but I'm not a massive fan of the track. But nonetheless, we'll give it our best and see can we get a good result there. But I'm going to end this episode here for today. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope to have the next episode up in the next few days. I just noticed as well I'm 130,000 credits in debt, so I need to sort that out somehow in the next episode. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.